What if I told you that the ticket price you see online isn't real? That every time you search for a flight, the airline quietly studies you, your location, your behavior, even the exact moment you click, and then decides how much extra you'll pay without ever realizing it? Sounds like a conspiracy, right? But this is one of the most hidden psychological games airlines play. Behind every limited time deal or only 2 seats left alert, there's a complex web of algorithms and behavioral traps designed to make you spend just a little bit more. It starts the moment you open that flight search page. Your cookies, IP address, and browsing history are quietly scanned. The system knows if you've checked that same route before. If you have, prices might rise, slowly, subtly, to create panic and push you toward booking faster. It's not random. It's psychological warfare disguised as convenience. Some airlines even run price shadowing, a trick where the first few searches show cheaper prices, but when you return a few hours later, those same flights cost more. Why? Because the system tags you as an interested buyer, not a window shopper. The more you care, the more they charge. And then comes dynamic pricing, the invisible puppet master. Imagine 2 people sitting side by side on a plane, both traveling from New York to London. One paid $380, the other $615, and neither knows why. The difference? Timing, behavior, and sometimes even the device used. Yes, airlines often show slightly higher fares to users searching from Apple devices or premium zip codes. It's called micro-targeting, and it's disturbingly accurate. Behind the scenes, machine learning tools analyze millions of real-time data points: fuel costs, seat inventory, competitor activity, and your digital footprint. The system constantly recalculates, ensuring that you never see the true lowest price. They call it yield management. I call it digital pickpocketing with a smile. But here's something you won't hear on YouTube. Airlines sometimes manipulate emotions to keep their profits high. Ever notice how flight prices drop slightly after midnight? That's not random. Studies show late-night users make slower, more emotional decisions. So airlines test lower prices then, just to trigger late-night purchases driven by fatigue. The next morning, boom, the price jumps back up. You think you missed your chance, so next time you book faster. And that's the point. Airlines don't just sell seats. They sell urgency. That only 3 seats left at this price. Pop-up? Most of the time, it's fake scarcity. Sometimes those 3 seats aren't even in the same cabin class. But your brain doesn't process that, it just panics. The fear of missing out turns you into their easiest target. Let's go deeper. Did you know airlines run ghost inventory tests? These are internal experiments where they deliberately list seats that don't exist, only to remove them minutes later. It gives the illusion that a flight is filling fast, triggering more bookings. Some carriers even share fake inventory data with booking platforms just to manipulate competitor pricing. It's like poker but with data instead of cards. And yes, you're the one being bluffed. There's also a trick known as fare anchoring. You see a ridiculously high base fare, say $987. Then magically another ticket appears for $612 with a red discount tag. You feel lucky, but guess what? That $987 never existed. It's a fake anchor to make $612 look irresistible. And the manipulation doesn't stop at ticket prices. Airlines use ancillary creep, the slow, sneaky rise of extras, baggage fees, seat selection, early boarding. Even the meal you used to get for free is now a revenue strategy. Behind the scenes, they calculate pain points, specific add-ons that most travelers can't resist. For example, they know that travelers flying with family will almost always pay extra to sit together, even if it costs $40 more per person. So they separate your seats on purpose, not randomly, strategically. You're not buying comfort. You're buying relief from the discomfort they created. Here's a wild one most people don't know. Airlines sometimes trigger price volatility waves right after holidays or during global events. When major news breaks, search traffic spikes, and within hours, the algorithm shifts prices upward. Even if fuel costs or operational expenses didn't change at all, the system is built to sense emotion. After a big storm, prices rise on outbound flights. After an international incident, fares drop to attract travelers back. It's all emotion-driven economics, not simple supply and demand. Now you might think, okay, so what can I even do? The truth is, you can outsmart them. but only if you understand their game. Use incognito mode. Change your location with a VPN. Book midweek instead of weekends. But most importantly, never rush. Airlines want you to feel like time is running out. When you slow down, their manipulation loses power. Sometimes waiting just 72 hours can reset your pricing profile entirely, showing cheaper fares. The biggest secret of all? Airlines know that we don't trust them, and they use that to their advantage. When people feel skeptical, they tend to double-check and rebook multiple times, which ironically drives the algorithms to raise prices even more. It's a loop that feeds itself, and they love it. So next time you're hunting for that perfect deal, remember, you're not just buying a flight. You're stepping into a psychological maze built by one of the most advanced data systems on Earth. Every click, every hesitation, every second you stare at that Book Now button, it's all recorded. You're not the hunter here. You're the hunted. And maybe, just maybe, the real question isn't how airlines manipulate prices, but how long we'll keep letting them.